Obviously, welcome to our virtual open house here at TCTC, and especially thank you for coming to Power Equipment. A little bit about Career Technical Education, that's what CTE stands for. TCTC is nationally recognized career tech center serving Trumbull County junior and senior students from 20 home schools. 93% of career technical education students graduate from high school compared to 80% of non-career tech students. 91% of career tech students are better prepared for their future career compared to 44% of non-CTE students. 90% of CET students have the ability to learn real-world skills compared to 49% of non-career tech education students. This is about Power Equipment. One of the things, learn and develop your skills. We will go over 4-cycle engine technology, 2-cycle engine technology, transmissions, and hydraulics. We also will do some MIG welding, stick welding, and gas welding. You'll learn how to use precision tools like micrometers and calipers. And we do a lot of customer relations work. That would be doing billing and invoicing, parts and stuff like that. We are affiliated with the FFA. That's our student organization. We offer a CPR, first aid certification through Power Equipment Mechanics. We have also offer a SP2 safety certification. That's an online accredited safety testing that we'll be doing. And we do have some college agreements with some college credits to help yourself be ready for Power Equipment or TCTC. No more than 2 credit deficiencies, positive attendance record, average math, and average reading skills are required for Power Equipment. A little bit about the first column that I talked about. We do our 4-cycle engine technology. As a junior, you will rebuild 2 4-cycle engines. You'll rebuild a overhead cam Honda engine, and we will rebuild a overhead valve Briggs & Stratton engine, and we will also rebuild a 2-cycle piston port 2-stroke engine. We'll do a little bit with transmission and hydraulics and belt drives and stuff like that. I'll show you guys a little video. I'll walk around and show you. We have a pretty awesome welding room that has been revamped over the last couple years for us. We have all new welders in there. We will do some MIG welding. You'll learn how to MIG weld, stick weld, and we'll do some gas welding. We also, at times, when I can get someone to help me, we offer a little bit introductory deal on TIG welding also. Okay. This is a little bit of our career tree. It kind of gives you a little bit of an idea as to where you can go from the Power Equipment program. We've got entry-level careers, we've got professional careers, and we've just got some technical careers. If you notice, it starts from the bottom and it goes to the top. In our previous students, I've got students that work pretty much all over the county, some of them all over the state. I have one of my previous students is high up in the management of Caterpillar. He manages all of the new rental facilities that Caterpillar's starting up. I have another student that works for Cummins. He is a Cummins area rep, and he serves, I think, Indiana and Illinois. I've got guys that work at local motorcycle dealerships, local lawn and garden dealerships, local agricultural dealerships. So pretty much you can go wherever you want to go in the power equipment industry from here. This is power equipment by the numbers. We have a good retention rate from junior to senior year. We maintain pretty close to 95% from junior to seniors. Last year we had 95% with our 2020 graduating class. More than 75% of the 2019-2020 graduating class is either employed in the industry, they're either enlisted in the military, or they're enrolled in a post-secondary education. And I have them going. I've got students that go, they leave here and they actually go into the field of welding, because once we start doing our welding and stuff, some of them figure out and they find out that they really enjoy welding a lot more than working on engines. And excuse me, that's okay. Employment opportunities, I kind of touched on that. I kind of put this together because I kind of have people in every one of these areas that have graduated and went through the power equipment program. Heavy equipment technology tech, small engine tech, motorcycle tech, welders, standby power tech, that would be like your standby generators. I've got kids that's went into the automotive industry from here, parts department, service manager. I've got some kids that started and opened their own businesses. Like I said, I have a couple students in a regional manager position, parts manager, service advisor, and sales managers. A little bit, you guys can look at this and you can check it out. A couple of testimonials from previous students here at TCTC, not necessarily from power equipment. They're just our graduating TCTC students. The first one, you should consider coming to TCTC because it's a great opportunity to further your education and to get a head start in your career before anyone else in the regular high school. And then Jacob Miller sent in, I'm more prepared for college-like environment. At TCTC, you're taught to manage your time appropriately for later in your career. If you want to apply for a program here, not just power equipment, it's all the programs here. Priority deadline is Friday, January 15th. Okay. Let me see if I can flip this screen back around. All right, you guys still there?
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
What I'm going to do now is, if it's all right with you guys, I'm going to show you a little bit of the shop, okay?
Yep.
All right. I told you in our junior year that we rebuild 2 4-stroke engines. These are the 2 engines that we will rebuild, and each student actually rebuilds your own engine. You're not partnered up with anyone, and you will rebuild the engine yourself. The red one on the left is our Honda overhead cam. The black one on the right is our Briggs & Stratton overhead valve engine, and you'll completely rebuild those engines. You'll tear them all the way down. You'll put them all back together, and you will make them run. In the process, you'll learn how to read micrometers. You'll learn how to use dial calipers, and you'll be doing measurements and comparing with factory measurements whether the engine parts are good or bad. And then we actually look up the parts, and you'll do that yourself, and you will order your own parts to rebuild it, put it back together, and make it run. All right? I didn't talk about it very much in the preview, but this is our Kubota diesel engines, and this is what we do with the senior class. These are only 2 years old. They're really, really up to date, and they're a 2-cylinder Kubota diesel engine. And we do the exact same thing with the diesel engine that we do with the small engines. You'll tear it completely apart, and we will rebuild it and put it all the way back together. But there's a little more involved with the diesel engines that we do. The first thing is you will rebuild the engine, but before you can start it, I set it out here. We have a blueprint, and you see the black thing at the bottom.
Yep.
That's a gauge panel. By reading the blueprint up on top, the white piece of paper, you'll transfer the blueprint to the blank piece of metal in the middle, and then you'll make your dashboard, and you will put your gauges and switches and lights in the dashboard. Then it's actually pretty cool. You actually go with the Kubota wiring diagram, And what you will do is you will build your own wiring harness according to the Kubota wiring diagram specifications. And then you will hook up your gauge panel, and then you will get your engine prepared to start up. And if you notice, I said prepared to start up. What do you need to start it now? That's a question for you guys.
As in the engine cranking over, or like compression wise, or what are you going at?
Fuel. You need fuel, am I right?
Oh, no.
Well, that's one of the cool things that we do here. We have a biotechnology class, and my students go to Mr. Alvitro's biotechnology class, and you actually make your own diesel fuel. It's called biodiesel, and you make it out of vegetable oil. So you actually rebuild the engine. You do everything yourself. You're going to rebuild the engine. You're going to build the wiring harness. You're going to build the gauge panel. And now you're even going to make the fuel that the engine runs on.
Ooh.
Okay, pretty cool, ain't it?
Yeah.
Pretty cool. All right, let me show you. I don't know if you guys can see much. This is our shop. This is some of the stuff we have in here to work on. Right now we have a four-wheeler. We work on stuff from outside of the school for customers. We don't have a lot in here right now with everything that's going on with the COVID and everything, but we do have some stuff. We got a four-wheeler in here that we're working on. We got a racing go-kart in here that we play with once in a while. This on this side here is the junior side. And as you can see, the red Honda engines are still on the workbenches here. We just put them back together before we got out of school for this COVID. And as soon as the students come back, we will put gas and oil in them, and we'll start them up, adjust the carburetors, and set the RPMs. And then these guys will be moving into welding. They're going to be moving into stick welding next. Okay? So that's the shop. And then this is our welding room. We've got 4 welding bays. We've got 4 TIG welder, stick welder, combination welders. We've got 6 MIG welders, and we've got 2 TIG stick combinations. Okay? So this is our welding room. It's kind of hard to show you guys and for you guys to really appreciate it unless you're here, and I'll show you the senior side. If you notice all the, I'll stop moving here for you. This is the senior side, and on top of almost every workbench is a completed diesel engine. We just got done putting them back together, and the students now are working on their dash panels. When we got sent out of school, they're in the middle of doing their dash panels. So when my seniors come back, they'll be banking their dash panels, and then they'll go into their wiring harnesses. All right. So that's kind of power equipment. You guys got any questions?
Oh, you covered most of it. I'm really intrigued with that the diesel. I'm looking to go into be a diesel tech in the future, hopefully.
Yeah, I work with a lot with the Caterpillar, the local Caterpillar dealership. They donate us. I could have showed you guys. We got some bigger diesel engines that we play a little bit with that Caterpillar has donated us. And you know, when you do your diesel engines, you guys do everything again that you did on the small engine side. We even tear the injectors apart and rebuild the injectors. We have an injector tester here. You'll test your glow plugs. Pretty much, like I said, you do the whole job yourself from start to finish, including making your own fuel. So it's a pretty cool deal. It's a pretty cool deal. Any questions? Any more questions? Anything? Any questions about academics or anything Mr. Gibson can help you with? My email, if you need to email me and want to have any more questions, my email is on the TCTC website. If you look under the power equipment program, you can email me anytime you want. Okay. If you have any questions. Now we do have tools. you know, each student has their own tools. That's the only thing that you have to bring to the table is a tool set. And I have a list that I send out right about the time we get out of school in May. And I'll send, if you sign up for the program, I will send that tool list out. And that gives you all summer to gather up the tools that you need for the program.